Hello and welcome to Wrexham, where there are new developments with the Wrexham and Takeover saga. After it emerged that Steve Shaw's consortium, the only party still in negotiations with the Red Dragons. According to Sport Bible, the club felt there were questions as to whether Raj Singh's competitive consortium had significant funds to complete the deal, and although talks with Shaw have been far from smooth, some of the club believe that this is the only bid worth positioning at this stage. This news will come as disappointed to many who had previously thought the takeover would be progressing well. Shaw had previously had a spell with Swansea City. So welcome to today's episode. We have Watford and then a Welsh derby with Swansea. So then let's check up against recent results. As you can see, results from the Takeover news have not been too great. Firstly, a 1-1 draw with Ipswich. Probably not the worst result in the world. Ipswich towards the top of the league table. At home against Bristol City, local-ish rivals for the Championship. Only a short travel across the motorway for Bristol, and a 1-1 draw in that one. The only win we've had in the last, month really, since we beat Coventry. Kiefer Moore getting 2 in this one in a 2-1 win over Blackburn. Then 2 defeats back to back in December. Firstly, a 2-1 defeat to Preston. Oliver Rathbone getting sent off in the 64th minute. Gave away a penalty and the same move. And Andrew Moran getting the goals for Preston, with Josh Windass getting a goal for Wrexham away from home, but not too good in that one. 4-3, where Mohamed Baloumi got 4 goals for Hull. 1 from Kiefer Moore and 2 from Broadhead wasn't enough, and Hull came away with all 3 points in this one. So, at home, hopefully we can get back to some kind of points. Maybe keep a clean sheet, that would be nice. Issa Kabori is out with a moderate calf strain, so he won't be available for this game, and was unavailable for that whole game as well. As you can see, the team news is reflected. I'll show you that one in a minute. So, Watford in the first of the episode, and then a short trip to South Wales to face Swansea City in the Welsh derby. So, let's have a quick look at the league table from this. We are still in the playoffs, but hanging on for dear life. Ipswich, as I said earlier, pretty good draw from them. Haven't lost a game all season. We're still in the playoffs, but without recent form, I guess. Southampton behind us are in pretty awful form. Same with a lot of the teams around us. It seems like top 3, maybe Leicester, Blackburn, probably, maybe top 5 are the only teams actually getting some points together, but conceding 25 goals, only scoring 30, goal difference of just 4. Not too bad, but I guess Blackburn's is the same. So, team news for this one. Conquest starts in goal. Back 4 with inverted fullbacks of Cleworth, Viner, Yam and Doyle. Midfield 3 with Ben Sheaf, O'Brien and Dobson. And we have Nathan Broadhead with his 8 goals for the season, behind Josh Windass, and top scorer with 14 goals and 6 assists this season, Kiefer Moore. So, Watford at home today. Hopefully we get some points from this one. So then, Stoke Hayrath Arena in the rain. I mean, in the UK, so not completely foreign to see rain. Back 5 from Watford in a green kit. You don't often see green kits. Maybe Plymouth Argyle, but that's about it. Cleworth up to Viner. Seems to have a loss of possession in this tactic. Up to Kiefer Moore, our target man. Broadhead finds Dobson. Kiefer Moore is in behind. Not really known for his target man. More known for his target man than his work out wide. And a good save from O'Brien from out wide. Does give us a corner though. Josh Windass, our striker, to take Broadhead into the box. Doyle back out to Windass. Ben Sheaf into the box. Yam goes all the way back to Dobson. I'm not sure this is exactly the kind of tactic our set piece manager or set piece professional would have taken. Sheaf finds Windass into O'Brien, and Bowler gets that one away, only to Cleworth. One good thing about this back four is not very good attacking wise, but hopefully we can get some clean sheets. I mean, the first game it did play was against Hull last game. We did concede 4 goals, so maybe not in that one. Kiefer Moore and Windass from just taking to while playing with themselves. Shot from Windass brings a corner from Selvik. Broadhead over to Sheaf. Dobson has already picked up a yellow card. Has a little bit of discipline issues recently. Rathbone, who is on the bench for this one, I do believe, was sent off in the game. Cleworth down the right. 1-2 with O'Brien. O'Brien finds Dobson, shot edge of the box, just past the post. So Windass on the ball. Over to Dobson, out wide to Doyle. Not really known for his attacking prowess, being a centre back, but finds Dobson. A little bit of sustained possession. Pass to Dobson wasn't the greatest, does get it though. She finds Windass. Windass being the target man on this one. O'Brien with a shot, but straight into the crowd. So then, the first real attack we've seen in the second half. 61 minutes on the clock. Josh Windass with the corner into Kiefer Moore heads. Hits the top of the net, but not quite on target. Max Cleworth stand on the ball. 66 minutes gone. Cleworth to O'Brien. Still nil-nil in this one. It seems a bit of a drab affair. Broadhead trying to find Kiefer Moore. Mendy away. Doyle back to Yam. I think Watford are definitely playing for the point, or at least on the counter-attack. Windass finds Dathan Broadhead. Finds the bottom corner with an inside of the foot finish. 7 goals in 19 matches for him at 66 minutes on the clock. Wrexham at home, after losing 2 on the bounce, might have got themselves at least a point in this one. Hopefully we can get all 3 in this one though. Doyle with a throw-in. Yam 1-2. Over to Dobson, a chance to turn. Finds Kiefer Moore, but Mendy deals with that one pretty well. Little bit of Watford pressure. They kind of have to at least do a little bit. Semedo's in behind, one-on-one with the Conquo, puts into the back of the net. 10 goals for him. Looks like the Wrexham players are appealing for offside, and looks like it is offside. A little bit lax defending, but saved by the offside flag. So Doyle to Dobson, tries to find a gap that isn't really there. Kiembe to Chatsvake. That's just not how you pronounce his name. Little bit of Watford pressure since that goal. Kieran Gard. Long ball up to Bowler. Inside to Semedo. Good save from Okonkwo. That's 2 chances he's had now. One was a goal and the other one brought a good save from Okonkwo. Need to definitely mark him a little bit better. Chivetske. I'm going to go with that. Crossing to Mendy with a free header. Okonkwo saves. But still, Muffany couldn't absolutely miss that. I mean, if he did, that would have been a pretty special first goal for Watford for him, 74 minutes in, and that was a little bit disappointing. So, full time at the Stockholm Rath in North Wales. Wrexham 1, Watford 1. Seems to be a story of all Wrexham until that goal. Watford got their equaliser, and then both teams played out for the point. Wrexham the better team in this one. That goal really got Watford out of their back 5, only 35% possession, 9 shots to our 17, but both teams come away with a point. A couple of days ago we did get our Wrexham youth intake preview. Looks like it's 5-star, with centre backs and strikers being A, and then attacking midfielders being C. Jordan Brees could routinely be reaching above the opposition to head the ball. Could be a huge asset for the future. Daniel Williams is able to get up to the top speed very quickly, something that I'll keep a close eye in the future. What has marked out Lewis Brimfield at ESL is a willingness, especially when things aren't going well, to rectify the situation right up to the final whistle. 102 days to go. Over to that, only 2-star youth facilities. Seems like we've got a lot to go. Little bit of a takeover update. Reports are coming in that there's been a breakthrough in the transfer talks. They have left the consortium led by Steve Shaw as the last one standing. According to Maxi Fair, a rival bid from Racing is no longer under consideration, with talks going well with Shaw. A breakthrough could be a matter of days away with this long-running saga. Will certainly be welcome news for those who have previously feared the Takeover to be on the verge of collapse. Steve Shaw has made headlines promising to secure promotion should he be voted in, and has said he will show his ambition to see the team compete at the highest level as soon as possible. A consortium led by London-based investor Steve Shaw has been successfully completed a takeover of Wrexham, replacing former chairperson Ryan Reynolds. Shaw revealed that delighted by the deal indicated that he wanted to make a difference to the fans of the Stockholm Ras. Shaw had previously had a spell with Swansea City. And a personal message from Steve Shaw: "Want to thank you for your patience during the recent ownership and upheaval of takeover decisions. There is no plans to provide the club with any investment at this stage. This takeover received some personnel leave the club. Those will depart the follows: Michael Williamson, Humphrey Kerr, Thea Joyce, Karen Hutchinson, Richard Engelberg, George Dewey, Kathleen Ian, and Rob McElhenney. The new place on the board will be Nicky Merrin, Jay Hurren, Tyler Reason, Sion Williams, Ben Thomas, Scott Bishop, and Gavin Smith." And club vision expectations pretty similar to what Rob McElhenney and done. And the board have lifted the transfer embargo. The board are completely pleased to announce the board is once now in a position to operate in the transfer market. The embargo has been imposed into speculation regarding the takeover transfer has been resolved. So our debt of minus £11 million has been resurrected, but Rob McElhenney and Rob, I forgot his name, Rob McElhenney, Humphrey Kerr, and so then Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney have both left Wrexham. We have imposed £15 million into the club, minus £11 million into the black. We got £3.5 million in the in the health, but finances definitely not good at this point. Anyway, Swansea at 20th in the table. Hopefully we can get back to winning ways, or at least pick up form since our last results. So just one change from the Watford game. Arthur Conqueror is on international duty with Nigeria, so Danny Ward comes in for, I believe, his first league game. Hopefully his lack of match sharpness won't be too bad, but the Welsh international goalkeeper should be a decent enough fill-in, especially in a Welsh derby. So then Swansea away from home, let's get going. So then at Welsh derby at home, away from the Stockholm Ras, at home for Swansea, at home in a kind of way as we are in Wales, but definitely not in a derby sense. First derby game of the episode. Hopefully we can get 3 points to send the Wrexham fans home happy. So Doyle gets this one kicked off, 7 minutes on the clock. Inside to Yam. Sheaf up to Windass. Back to Viner. Brings it forward to Cleworth. Viner on the ball again. Viner to Sheaf. Up to Broadhead. Windass is in behind. Windass to make it 1-0. Figaro came out. Windass found the bottom left corner with power. 6 goals for the season for him. 7 minutes into this derby, Wrexham 1, Swansea 0. Danny Ward with a goal kick just before half time. Just the 1 minute added on in the first half. Pretty quiet first half, but we did go in 1-0 ahead. So then into the second half, still 1-0 up. 48 minutes on the clock. Sheaf to O'Brien, tries to find Broadhead. Yaukai, not sure how to pronounce that one either. Another game of pronouncing someone wrong. Josh Keir finds Ronald in behind it for Ethan Galbraith. First real attack we've seen from Swansea. Out to Ronald. Gustavo Nunes has a completely free tap in. Not the best defending from Max Cleworth from a right back, and Swansea have one back. So Cameron Burgess up to Reynolds. This is how they created their equaliser. Looks like we scored the first goal and then really kicked the away team or the opposing team into a life. Gustavo Nunes tries to go past Yam, does very well for the attack. Not sure on the clearances though. Gustavo Nunes brings the drop ball. Danny Ward gets two hands on it. Probably should have done better. Does square him into the back of the net. Wrexham 2, Swansea 2, Wrexham 1, 64 minutes on the clock. Despite going 1-0 up in the half-time whistle, come out in the second half and Swansea have really kicked on. Right now, up to Yam, 85 minutes on the clock, still 2-1 to Swansea. Seems like we've got a little bit of a hold of this game. Didn't come out at all in the second half. Hopefully we can get at least a point in this one. Defeat to Swansea, our rivals, isn't exactly the best result. And Windass, although offside, that was a terrible finish. So the last couple of seconds in this one, it looks like it's going to be defeat for Wrexham in their first game under the new owners, and the first game without Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds. Windass takes that one a bit wider than he wants to. O'Brien finds Kiefer Moore. Windass on his left foot hits the crossbar and the post. He is offside anyway. Looks like Swansea have all 3 points, and they do. So 2 defeats in this episode. We are still somehow in the playoffs. Coventry are chasing our heels along with Southampton, so a little bit of good form needed to keep our playoffs position. Yet again, dominating possession, but 2 from Gustavo Nunes gives Swansea their 3 points at home and sends Wrexham home sad in their first derby of the series. Anyway, that is in today's episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.